So you're going to see that there are these big gaps between each of the paragraphs or the lines of text. Even if I were to delete and hit return again, that's going to have some issues. It looks like we've got a spelling error in there as well, so you might check some of that stuff out as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Edit, Select All, and I'm going to go up to my line spacing. I'm going to choose single space. That still gives us some pretty big gaps between our paragraphs. So if that's a problem with yours, if you click on Add Space Before Paragraph and Add Space After Paragraph, then that's going to get rid of those really big spaces in there. And it's going to make things a lot easier in InDesign. So once I've done that, I'm going to go to File, Download. And InDesign will accept Microsoft Word formats, open document format, rich text format. We don't want to do PDF because a PDF will be like a picture, and that's not what we want. So let's just do Microsoft Word document. And that's going to go to your downloads. And I'm going to go to InDesign, Place. And just like I place a picture, I am going to be able to place a document. So there's my downloads folder with my document in there. I'm going to hit on open, and you're going to see this loaded text icon. And for right now, we're just going to load the text in all of these text boxes. We're not really worried about here, and I'll show you how to fix that. So I'm going to click on the loaded or the overset text button, which from previous experience, you know that means there's more text in that text box. So if you click on it, you get another loaded text icon. I'm going to click and drag into the next column. And I'm going to click on that again. And this, what we're doing is called threading text. And we want to do this to make our lives a whole lot easier when we start editing this text. So now I'm going to bring this one down to this page. Bring this one to this page. And the nice thing about this is if you can see where this article ends, if I decide, hey, I think I want this text box and this text box to be shorter, then it moves all the text. It threads the text. So now now again I have overset text in this box, so I need to expand it into the next box. If you get to the end of your pages, so like if I were to resize these as well, and get my loaded text icon here, and I'm at the bottom of page 4, and let's say I don't want these to be as tall either, so I can resize those. If I have overset text on page 4, I'm not worried about that. You don't need to fit the entire article onto the 4 pages. If you'd like to add more pages, you're welcome to do that, but it's not required. And you don't need to fit the entire article onto the 4 pages. Then what you're going to do is you're going to want to take that headline out of there because that's going to probably be in a separate text box. So I'm going to take that out by cutting it, and then I'll just make a new text box for my headline so I can play around with that a little bit. Now, and I'm going to get rid of this space here. Now, sometimes, for whatever reason, some of your text might have lines in it. This is just some paragraph styling that comes over from Microsoft Word. So if I click once, I'm going to insert my cursor. If I click twice, I'm going to select the word. if I click 3 times, I'm going to select the line of text. If I select 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to select the whole paragraph. And if I select 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going to select my entire article even down onto the other pages so that I can make changes to all of the text. So these underlines are just some paragraph styling. So if I go to Type, Paragraph, and I click on the menu, and I go to Paragraph Rules, this just happens to probably have a rule on that there are lines here. So if I make sure the preview button's on, and I just want to make sure that that box gets unchecked, there might be like a little line in it, and now you can see that those lines have gone away, and then I just want to do the same thing for the bottom one and just make sure that there aren't any lines on there. So then when I hit OK, there shouldn't be any lines left. Okay. If you want to put if your article has an intro or a kicker to it, you can put that in a separate text box if you'd like. But then you can just move these text boxes around to get them laid out the way that you want to lay out your text. Remember to keep that flow and that readability really easy.